Hey everyone, it's the Immortal Hellseeker back again with another review. Sorry it's been a bit, just complicated shit. I haven't felt like doing videos, all that kind of jazz. Doesn't mean I quit and all that shit. So anyway, today I'm taking a look at the Page Punchers Black Adam Wave Batman. Let's take a look at the accessories. I'd actually say the accessories are probably the worst part about this figure because he either comes with stuff that all the other figures come with, or the one accessory is something we have enough of. So we get the basic Mcfarlane stand. They didn't even change it for the Page Punchers, which kind of sucks, but whatever. I mean, we have probably, what, 100 of these? I mean, you can never have enough. I don't really use them. I occasionally do. I don't use them very often. Then you get the trading card, which is kind of a shame because they're all pretty much the same artwork. I do like this artwork because Lee Bergamo is one of my favorite comic book artists, so I love that he did the designs for these characters and all. I'm just kind of disappointed they're all the same, so I personally am keeping them in my binder back first, as you can at least tell somewhat of a difference in my binder. So there's the bio, if you, for some reason, don't know who Batman is. It's kind of funny, because whenever I get around to doing reviews, it's always Batman figures. Just kind of find that funny. Take it again, that's what mostly Mcfarlane does. I don't mind it. I love Batman. I don't care. And then you get a comic book, which is the exact same with all 4 figures. I have 2 of these currently, with the other 2 on the way. Will I sell one of these or the other 3? We'll see. This is actually probably the one that came with Constantine, to be honest with you. It's an okay comic book. I honestly think the best is the cover, but the artwork ain't bad. It's not Lee Bergamo, unfortunately, but the artwork ain't bad. That's probably the only part I really like about this comic, though. The storyline is a little bland, and nothing really happens. It's more of a Justice League comic with Black Adam as the lead character, so I wouldn't call it Black Adam. I'd call it Justice League Black Adam or something like that. And then you get a Batarang, which you get with pretty much every Mcfarlane Batman figure, and it's different, obviously. I'm not going to display him with it, but it's a nice touch. Alright, let's look at the figure. I will say, spoiler alert, this might be the best Batman Mcfarlane's made. I know I say that a lot, but I honestly and genuinely feel most waves that Mcfarlane comes out are usually better than the previous wave. And I feel the exact same way here. So, pretty much, Lee Bergamo's Batman design is one of my favorite Batman costumes. I love how it looks. I was introduced to it through his Joker comic. Love that book. It's one of my favorite graphic novels ever made. And this is a pretty cool version of it. I actually like that the eyes are whited out. That's not accurate at all to the design. It's accurate to this specific comic book. And I do like that they went with the Lee Bergamo designs over what's actually inside the comic book instead, because Lee Bergamo is definitely a much better artist. Still, this is a really nice figure. My only criticisms is that the shoulder pads, one of them, this one, popped off. I had to glue it back on, which was no huge issue. It hasn't been a problem since. Kind of worried this one will come off, but it's not bad. So they do kind of hinder the articulation. You get double jointed elbows. He does have the updated wrist balls and the updated ankles. However, I would say it's more noticeable on the ankles, and I actually think this is the best instance Mcfarlane's done with the new ball technology. It really looks good. It completely covers it up. I actually think that is probably the best instance they've done this. I would say the worst part of the articulation on this guy is definitely the ab crunch. Mcfarlane's been getting better with ab crunches recently, and this ab crunch is not the greatest. And I would really like to see that on this guy, because a lot of the Batmans they've done don't have the best ab crunch. The only one that really had a good one was the Rebirth. I like this figure more just because I like the design more, but it definitely rivals it. Legs go out about that far. He can do the splits. His legs go out about that much. Definitely well articulated, but really you're looking at a good design here, and that's probably the benefit of having DC Direct being involved with this. The cape is really nicely sculpted. It genuinely looks really nice, and the paint apps are great. They really went all in on this guy. So now let's take a look at the comparisons. Here he is with two figures I got in the mail on the same day as him, being, sorry, I have South Park on in the background, so I'm trying to talk as fast as I can because there's copyrighted music playing. But needless to say, here he is with Constantine and the Dwayne Johnson Black Adam. Here he is with two of my personal favorite non-Mcfarlane DC figures, being the Felix Toys Rorschach and the Mafex Heath Ledger Joker. Honestly, these might be like my two favorite figures in my collection. I actually like adore these two figures. Here he is with the two most recent Batman figures that they've came out with besides him, being the Blackest Night Batman and the Hush Batman. I gotta be honest, the Hush Batman has definitely grown on me since my review. I went from thinking it was kind of a meh figure, which could have been amazing, to thinking it's a pretty good figure with just a couple issues. I painted the arm joint, and I don't hate this figure. I genuinely really like it. I would maybe put him in my top 10 if it weren't for certain issues and the fact that there's already... Here he is with Man-Bat, and here he is with Snake Eyes and Spider-Man.